Look how the diamond blink off my jet. Fresh in my white tee. See the progress. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner. This is a live coverage video of the 150-something plus people getting interviewed for his trial. And I believe it's his lawyer speaking to the press. Y'all know how that goes, so we gotta react to this bit. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Go stream STAKT out now everywhere. Like the video, god damn it. Anyways, they get back.
All right, now let's talk about what
this
is
a
tipping
news
the scales
coverage, so I might gotta talk over the
Jury
video to
selection
avoid
kicks off today
copyright
in the trial for Sean Diddy Combs in federal court in New York, where he's accused of sex trafficking. Now, no cameras allowed because it's federal court. Unfortunately, they should change that law. That's another discussion for another day. Diddy's pleaded not guilty to this 5-count indictment. He's looking at decades in prison if he's convicted, but his attorney said they are ready to fight.
There's only 5 counts though?
He believes he's innocent.
But you know how many?
I believe he's innocent.
Plus
And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight anymore.
So we know it's only 5 counts.
150 prospective jurors will be showing up in person for the questioning to be done by the court over the next few days. So what kind of jurors will each side be looking for? Let's talk about that. Who would you want ideally on this case if you were either one of the prosecutors or one of Diddy's defense attorneys? Let's bring in attorney Tommy Pope and welcome in entertainment commentator Holland Reed.
Like him. So
okay, so the
is a bunch of white people.
Jurors. Let's start with the prosecutors, and it is an all-female team.
Why the white lady?
Of prosecutors who's prosecuting Diddy.
She ready for that nigga to go to trial.
Might they be looking for here? Holland, would you start us off? Who do you think might be a great juror from the government's perspective?
Oh gosh, Julie, that's a hard question because it's going to be almost impossible to find a biased,
people you could choose from is regular citizens.
Juror
who does not know Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean, whatever you want to call him.
I'm thinking someone that is not going to be easily weirded out by some of the context of the materials that's going to be given to them as evidence. Someone that is okay with looking at really, I would have to just say disgusting evidence across the board.
Okay, lady.
Someone that maybe doesn't care for his music.
Good, you know,
it's really going to be hard to get some disgusting shit when she probably just got fucked that do not know who he is. It doesn't have an opinion, given this is such a huge trial in the entertainment industry and media.
Anyway. Right. Oh, and you hit on some really great things. Maybe somebody's not a fan,
but females be the freakiest one.
If you're a prosecutor, and like you said, who's not afraid to look at the unpleasant evidence that's surely coming their way. Yeah, I love those points. Tommy, you were a sensational prosecutor. You were solicitor in South Carolina.
I understand for you talking about
Smith. She's still behind bars.
Baby oil and lubricant.
Tell me, who ideally or would you be looking for on this?
Bruised buttholes and shit like that.
I just learned is I shouldn't have gone to law school because
Holland
nailed it without even having a law degree.
She did, I know.
I don't know what I've got to add.
Okay.
I used to always
they laughing too much.
With
I don't
our
like
jury strikes that I was looking for just truly, this sounds cliche, but discerning jurors, and I agree with Holland. They're going to see and hear some things that they may have never been exposed to. Obviously, to be truly fair. You don't, maybe they're going to voir dire these questions of, do you like his music? Do you not? Do you have any racial bias? Do you not? And so I just want a discerning juror, particularly if they have the volume of evidence that they believe they do, because with numerous counts, there's going to be technicalities and sorting out the evidence.
No, I don't like his music. I don't even know him. Knowing damn well you know that.
It's like, I agree, it's going to be rare somebody
No, I'm not racist. Knowing damn well y'all ain't partially racist.
The judge always throws in, can you set
that
aside?
I ain't even. As soon as I
gotta be careful because sometimes people
I wrote that
juries and high-profile juries, and that can be dangerous for both sides. And so you've got to kind of watch that. But people that can truly set it aside and be rational and discerning really plays well. And now flip to the defense. I think that if they truly believe in their case, then they would want the same type of jurors. But I'm sure you'll ask that question in a minute.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, my friend. Yes, so the defense side, let's go there. So who might they want?
Why is she so happy?
Are they looking for fans?
I don't like how
kind of the
feel
opposite.
Right now.
Holland, you were saying like if you're on the government side, maybe somebody who doesn't care for him or his music or whatever, thinks he's too rich or whatever
somebody up to a lie detector test,
what about the people the defense is looking for?
You would never be able to know if somebody's lying or not.
If you're Diddy and his team.
Some people might just, I don't know, fool. You can have.
Oh, I'm gonna go right back to that original point. As you,
it could be people that used to grow up looking up to the nigga that wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe be signed to his ass, and Diddy just
he's from New York, so maybe people that are
but they'll go in that bitch and lie just
say, hey, this
try
is
to
just
bring
the
him down.
lifestyle. This is what he did. Everybody was consensual. Someone that just thinks that this is what you do when you're a celebrity or when you're from a big city. I'm gonna think and hope that people will, like, as Pope said, not be discerning in this. This is going to be really tricky.
Right. No, it really is. And what about, between men and women? I wanted to ask you both that question. Tommy, what do you think for the Diddy defense team? Are you wanting more men, more women? How would you go?
I think he cuts into two slices. I think as far as men, going back to what Holland said, that it's kind of just a lifestyle. It may not be your lifestyle. It may be some that some of the men would aspire to, and so I think you'd look for men like that.
Don't just say men, though.
That distrust the system in general. Maybe they've had a bad experience with an arrest that they didn't do. You could almost ask a board-hour question, something to the effect, have you or a friend ever been charged with a crime that you didn't commit or something like that, if that was permitted by the judge. But I think people that, we're supposed to come in balanced, but I think what you're really looking for is people that,
think that like I said, unless you want a polygraph or a lie detector test,
that demographic,
you will never know if somebody's actually capping or not.
For whatever reason.
Like, you will never know.
You only need one. The prosecution needs 12. You only need one to hang a jury.
That's true. I really think he's got a great shot at a fair trial because when you think just the general public, probably most people are fans and like his music, or at least appreciate and respect what he's done, even if you don't care for the music, at least, and then makes you wonder, okay, we know he had a lot of civil suits. Is this about money? So I think he's really going to get a fair trial. Holland, last question. I just need a real quick answer. What do you think about the age group? If you're Diddy's team, would you go for people in their 30s and 40s who probably grew up with the music?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to go anywhere from, I would say, 35 to 45 to 50, and I think that's going to be a sweet spot age group. People that are fans, that have followed him, that respect his work.
Right. I'm with you, Holland. I think he's definitely going to get a fair trial. This is not going to be an easy case for the government, that's for sure.
So
Tommy and Holland, we have to leave it there for now. Tommy, you're going to come with us and give us analysis on the Karen Reed trial. And Holland, I know you're a busy person. You're an actress, photographer, all of that, speaker. We need to let you get going and get on with your day. But thank you for the commentary on this case. We'll see you back here next week, I hope. And that is all for this episode of
Sierra Gillespie, whatever your name is, lady. Oh no. She just said that they'll likely be targeting the 35 that's like my dad age, fool. And Diddy older than my dad, but that's like around that age range too, goddamn. And it's so funny, fool. What the fuck? That just made me think. Around the same time, fool, that I got my jury summons letter, my dad got one in the mail too. But my dad is twice my age. So I don't think that's, I don't know. Is it like an alphabetical name thing or some shit? I don't know. But the last couple things she said that they'll target the 35 to 50 range, goddamn. Obviously, for them people more likely to know more about him than I do, goddamn. Like, for the only thing I know about Diddy is, I don't know, that nigga just got money, goddamn. Besides all these accusations and shit. But, yeah. I just feel like, I don't know, goddamn. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, though, fool, because targeting that age range, to me, y'all let me know, though. I feel like that's bias right there. It could very well be that. So unless you hook people up to lie detector test, y'all let me know something down in the comments, though. Ain't it called a polygraph? You will never know if somebody telling the truth or not, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Hope my boy Diddy cool. I wonder what the plea deal was. So I'm assuming the plea deal was probably around probably like 5 to 15 years with probation and shit like that. That's it for this video. Y'all let me know. No, goddammit. That's it for this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Go follow your boy on Instagram at sta.kt. I'm see y'all next video, man. Look how the diamond blink off my jet. Fresh in my white tee. See the progress. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner.